I was a new mom when I started this journey with JuicePlus, and I made the first two promotions in the first 30 days. Then a lot of life happened. I now had a new baby, I had a toddler. So in that time I was disappointed and I was distracted and I was terrified, as many people were. My business wasn't moving either. I felt paralyzed. My why deepened as my youngest son needed speech therapy. I never thought that I could be a mom and earn supplemental income with a benefits package, but I can here.
I was diagnosed with severe osteoporosis. Doctor put me on a medicine. My bones were not improving. So for 1 year, I religiously took my JuicePlus, my reds and my greens. However, I did not take any of the medicine. A year later, when I went back for my bone density, and the doctor told me my bone density actually improved on my JuicePlus. It wasn't building the business, it was just getting people to get healthier. I started to look at this business as really a way to create income to support us in the lifestyle we had into retirement. And JuicePlus really opened up so many doors.
I was skeptical. I didn't think that the average person really changed her life with network marketing. My pay line and my check grew as my belief grew. This isn't about me at all. This is about all the other people who deserve to have JuicePlus in their lives too. I am committed to my JuicePlus business, for me, for my husband, for our son and daughter.
I've been focused on making a good living for my family, providing for them, but now I needed to make a life and be more present. The following spring, Judy and my oldest son Evan went to Phoenix for conference. I started sharing JuicePlus with family, friends, and patients. I built a team, and here I am. I was inspired by the product and the mission, and I was desperate to make a new life. I delivered my last baby on May 15th of 2021. I miss it, but I don't miss the hours. I enjoy coming home in time for dinner, spending more time with Judy and family, more time to cook, more time to help my son Evan at his gym, more time to go to baseball games with my son Brian, more time with my daughter Lauren and mentoring her journey to becoming a registered dietitian, more time to play in the dirt at my hobby farm, more quality time with my patients, more time to visit my 98-year-old dad who will be 99 next week. Fast forward to today, Judy is in full remission.
My son had his first asthma attack at 10 months old and was in the emergency room 5 times that year before being put on a daily inhaler at the age of 2. I was a stay-at-home mom, living for bedtime, too exhausted to enjoy the time that I had with my babies. JuicePlus became a catalyst for other diet and lifestyle changes, and just 1 year later, Andrew went off his asthma meds. When I saw a comma in my monthly paycheck, I had a voice. I knew I could financially support my children with my growing business while continuing to be a stay-at-home mom. A mama who no longer lives for bedtime, but cherishes every moment I have with my children.
I started sharing JuicePlus to pay for my product. Then, within several months, I was also making my car payments. It was suggested that I go on a ventilator. I did not want to go on a ventilator, knowing that most do not make it past about 22 days. But before I knew it, I was sedated and put on the vent anyway for nearly 60 days. Through extreme frustration, one big victory came, finally, at last, getting JuicePlus into my feeding tube. Nutrition began full force when I was allowed JuicePlus and the complete and perform shakes daily. I never fully realized the power of this community and business model until I went through this battle. As I lay helpless and flat on my back, I continued to get a paycheck the whole time I was there.
When
B6 injected straight into my veins, and my mom kept telling me about how JuicePlus was bioavailable, which meant nothing to me. And then I heard a doctor tell me about how JuicePlus was the most researched nutritional health product in the world, and that it was just food, so it didn't come with any risks or any side effects. My parents ended up gifting us some, and within weeks, my lab work had improved. Our second C-section was night and day different, and now I was ready to learn about bioavailability and what food did for our bodies. Our third baby was our first JuicePlus baby. We were eating all the JuicePlus products, and I chose to use JuicePlus as my sole prenatal. I wasn't hospitalized prior to the birth this time and had no complications during our third C-section in 3 years. 2 years later, we had our first son, another med-free pregnancy, and our first med-free birth. I had originally become a partner to save our family money because by that point I knew that we would never stop eating these products. We had no time to take care of ourselves, our marriage, our family, or our home. How better nutrition doesn't cause problems, it reveals them. It didn't cause a lack of desires, dreaming, and growth. It revealed we weren't making time for it. It didn't cause financial problems. It revealed a lack of order in our home and that I avoided doing things that I didn't want to do.
To contribute financially to the sustainability of our operation. I'm a stay-at-home mom with 2 very active girls who are in need of my taxi services between dance class, volleyball practice, basketball, and softball games. Our overall quality of health has alarmingly declined. This has created endless opportunities to promote our incredible end products. Tap into the resources, push yourself, overcome obstacles with passion, dedication, and determination.
I have a huge heart for single parents, and I don't know what I would have done without the secondary stream of income that JuicePlus provided for me. And now guess what? Last year I made more, I saved more, and I gave more than I ever even dreamed possible. Events will build your business. Yes, when you hear things frequently. So we have all kinds of events, and you're going to see a lot of our team up here. We change the topics, real many veggies and peak performance. It doesn't matter what we're doing in the home, on a Saturday for mimosas, all focused on kids cooking classes, you name it. I'm putting these up here for you to have ideas, getting our teams together for potlucks, and even getting away for weekends with our team as we did with Emily Wicker and hers. And I suggest that you stay focused on income-producing activities. Get out from the mundane, the things that you can delegate, give away, seek help for. I have an assistant. I've had an assistant all my years. I'd rather pay someone to create my flyers, do my Eventbrite links, find my locations for my team events, than me scramble around, spend all my time, and then wonder why I don't have any new team. No, you've got to do that. I have an accountant and a bookkeeper. I push a button. At the end of the year, they get a report. I design my life. I don't ever work Sundays. I take many weeks off during the year. So it's about working smart, not lots of hours, but being consistent with what you do.
She's grown to be fit, healthy, and strong. And we know that for her, as an athlete, undergoing intense exercise consistently, inflammation and oxidative stress levels rise. But we also know from our JuicePlus research that the capsules attenuate the markers of increased oxidative stress following physical exercise, even for up to 30 hours after training. Talk about a performance advantage. As a sophomore in high school, Josie's aware of how food impacts her body. She knows what it means to fuel well, and she loves taking her JuicePlus every day. She takes all 4 blends of her essential capsules and drinks her complete or perform every single day. Yes. I mentioned earlier that one of my greatest desires was to have a healthy family of my own. And so getting on JuicePlus before getting pregnant was important to me because I knew that I wanted that nutrition to condition my body and to nourish our growing babies. From 2 pharmacists' perspectives, blood levels of vitamins and phytonutrients in a wide range of ages, from children to the elderly. In my opinion, there's no more important of a time to nourish well. I once heard one of my favorite obstetricians say, what a mom eats during her pregnancy can affect her child's future children. Once our babies were eating solid foods around 6 months of age, we started to sprinkle the powders from the capsules either directly into their mouths or onto their food. And we looked at this as a way of training their taste, literally training their taste buds by building their microbiome due to that strong connection between the gut and the brain. We're so grateful that our children have acquired a palate to desire healthy food, fruits and vegetables. And the difference that we've seen in just one generation between my husband and myself and our children is amazing. And we attribute that to this one simple change in starting the JuicePlus habit early on. And then when they were a little, I guess about a year old, we had them on the complete every day as well. And before they could swallow their capsules, we would just open their capsules right up and pour the powders from the fruit, vegetable, berry blends and their oils from the JuicePlus Omega right into their complete and start that way every day for breakfast. Today, they're 6 and 7 years old and they are healthy, they're strong. They've grown up in this community, they've learned from this community, and I'd say they know more about nutrition than I did in my 20s.
I wasn't looking for change, I was comfortable. As a mom of 3, a nurse working in a family practice clinic, a wife, I worked there for 15 years. We saw acute illnesses all the way to chronic conditions, pregnant mamas, babies, prenatal, postnatal. We saw huge health changes, from allergies, sinus infections, chronic conditions, chronic croup, all disappeared. Sickness just became less and less for our family. And as a working nurse and my kids in full-time daycare, I noticed our family was still staying healthy. I started to realize I needed to share this gift with more people. I later became pregnant with our 4th baby, Brooks. She's a JuicePlus baby, and I used JuicePlus during my pregnancy as my sole prenatal, and I followed the Eating for 2 plan. She was the healthiest baby, and my pregnancy was the healthiest out of all 4. She turns 3 this November, and she has yet to be on an over-the-counter or a prescription medication to this day. I had a new baby at home, the big C hit, and the world stopped. But I was home, and I was available to my family.
I'm a mother of 4, a wife of 29 years, and I had no intention of selling anything. You found fruits and vegetables in a capsule. You could almost feel the wall go up. I quickly noticed I didn't need a nap anymore. I went from depleted to superhero. It's a lot to stay engaged when your business lacks momentum. But if you find an upline who really believes in you to lock arms, then it's fun and you'll soar. Professional salary is the drug that keeps you from dreaming. What if I could make my mark on the world in a different, fun way and earn an even more significant income? And running a business that empowers women is fulfilling and it's fun.
We got on all the products and began our JuicePlus journey. I experienced a reduction in food sensitivities, increase in energy, and I can't remember my last anxiety attack. I am most grateful for the results we saw in my eldest son. The weekly updates from his teachers went from he's unfocused, disengaged, and his work's not done to wow, he contributes powerfully to class discussion and his assignments are handed in on time. The boy who left right after dinner from the table was now engaging in family discussion. The boy who appeared depressed came to me after week 5 saying, wow, Mom, I just feel so happy now, and I don't know why. I fell in love with the JuicePlus products, and the business drew me in. I couldn't think of a single family who didn't need this kind of nutrition, who couldn't benefit. I was burnt out. I had just quit my full-time position in search of something different. I love teaching and developing children, but after a health crisis with my youngest son, I realized that I was missing so much time with my own. I spent more time with my boy in the hospital pre and post surgery than I had the day he was born. This JuicePlus opportunity allows me to combine my passion to teach, have a positive impact on the world, create the lifestyle and income I desire, all while allowing me to live out my first mission, being a present mother and wife.
I found myself out of a job. This is why having a side gig is so important. That's when Plan B became Plan A. And there was no way I was going to start all over again and work for peanuts anywhere. Remember, a winning attitude, a willingness to learn, a great work ethic can have you up here on stage within a year, and we'll be celebrating your successes.
If we didn't get our family on JuicePlus immediately, we were doomed. I'm a numbers girl and a businesswoman, so really it just made sense for me to join the mission right away. And I thought, well, if I'm going to do this, I might as well go straight to the top. With my business background, I've always been passionate about helping others diversify their income and investments to make smart decisions for their family and finances. So right away, I knew I was on a mission to help others not only with their physical health, but with their fiscal health as well. I was staying home with my little boys at the time. I wanted to be there for them, and I didn't want to miss a moment. I just couldn't figure out how both would be possible. At first, I was just so grateful for a flexible business opportunity that had given me the means to support our family from home. But the greater gift was having the ability to grow our family through foster care and provide my babies with this life-giving nutrition, starting at a very young age. Their journey has not always been easy, but knowing we can support them nutritionally in this way is one of our greatest blessings.
I knew that for things to change, I needed to change. So I committed to focusing on my priorities and use my time well. I started to set boundaries with my business, with my family, and ultimately with myself.
I wasn't prepared, though, for how beautifully and succinctly the research would play out in my loved ones. From my children's immune systems improving radically, to my dad's cardiovascular system improving to the point that his cardiologist thought she had his pictures reversed from year to year. And if you haven't considered JuicePlus as a Plan B, I would highly encourage you to do that. Assessing it just makes sense. The community is amazing. The product is astounding. And so we decided to get to work. But I have 10 kids, and I homeschool, and all of the things that come with all of that is that I made this business a priority. But when we have a goal, stay ridiculously focused and intentional. That's how you get there.
Emmylou is not a diabetic. Diabetes is not your DNA is not your destiny. It's the food that you eat, the plant nutrition that turns on and off those good and bad genes. That fear of having a type 1 diabetic baby has turned into passion, fueling our life to embrace this mission and share on an entirely new level.
I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease. For 17 years, I was continually in and out of the hospital with a bead cord, numerous medications, steroids, infusions. That was my life. 7 years ago, I began eating JuicePlus. And after about 4 months, I noticed that my gut health was changing. Things that used to send me into terrible flare-ups were no longer bothering me. And I'm happy to say that since that day, I have not been in the hospital, I have not had an infusion, and I have not taken a steroid, and that has changed my life. My paycheck had grown enough to contribute my part of the family bills. You know, through my journey, I have struggled with procrastination. I've let everything become excuses, so I want to leave you with this. We all know that the definition of procrastination is to delay or put things off. But have you ever thought about the cost of procrastination? The cost of procrastination is not only a life that you could be living,
but it's also a life you're going to save.
I was stuck in the how. And really, I had no idea, but the how just doesn't matter. I simply needed to learn the art of decision making. When I first started JuicePlus, I had a well-paying corporate position in the medical device industry. And truth be told, I purchased a tower garden. I worked my JuicePlus business from 5 to 7 a.m. before I went to my daytime job. I developed a habit. And exactly 1 year later, I reached that goal that I had written down. Make your decision where you are with what you got. Have a clear vision and be persistent. Be grateful for the smallest of things. Get yourself into consistent action.
I was training so hard, but my body was suffering. Exhaustion, fatigue, and physical burnout. I'm not here to tell you how amazing JuicePlus is. We know its power. I know what it has done for my older athletic body, and I know what it has done to protect my 2 boys even more from their congenital thyroid condition. The opportunity to build a business that gives us our time back. Time allows us to create our life as we want it.
Exercise physiologist, I learned really quickly that you can't talk about athletic peak performance and training without also talking about the power of nutrition. In particular, the consumption of the phytonutrients and the bioactives from plants. These powerful phytonutrients give athletes the edge to compete at their very best, to reduce injuries, to recover faster, and to actually lengthen their career.
Each Olympic national team athlete will receive fruit, veggie, and berry, as well as a plant-based omega, as well as
the plant-powered JuicePlus Complete or JuicePlus Perform smoothie every single day at the fueling station. This state-of-the-art research-based nutrition is an integral part of our plan to make USPC the leading sports science epicenter in the world. The JuicePlus company is a premier partner of the United States Performance Center's Olympic National Team Nutrition Program.
Know that if parents don't model good eating habits and healthy lifestyle for their kids probably won't want to do it anyway.
She said that I was a fitness coach, that I was sharing healthy food, healthy tips, and that's when she said, hey, you're going to be very interested in trying JuicePlus products.
She was eating the cotton, she was doing the shred. I just shared resources with her and she would translate them into Spanish if she needed to. And it was actually perfect timing because JuicePlus Corporate was putting everything in Spanish on the hub, which makes it even easier to share today.
Now, it's because of the changes that I make, I notice how much our Latino community needs us. So, and they, I don't know if you know something, but we as Latino, we have this entrepreneurial spirit in us, always looking for the opportunity to bring income, to have a business, to grow with family, and the communities always have to be there, of course. And so one thing that I already mentioned before about the mission that we have. Our mission is ultimately about embracing the American dream. So,
I